And now, a thought from Mann. Today's subject, King Ramses from Courage the Cowardly Dog. You know, when I look back at Courage the Cowardly Dog, I really gotta say, they did pretty good in making sure those monsters were something you could definitely be creeped out by. I mean, the most notable is King Ramsay, because he was just so outer worldly. He looked nothing like something we'd seen before.
Return the slab, or suffer my curse.
I think that's why he just works so well as a very creepy creature that Courage had to go against. Hell, I think he was probably the scariest creature out of them all. Now, of course, he's not as scary as he was back then, because I'm older now, but he definitely still looks a little creepy when I think about it. And it mainly has to do with how he's animated. I mean, Courage and Eustace and Muriel, of course, are animated in 2D, whereas with Ramsay, he's animated in more low-tech CGI. I think that worked a lot better than they were expecting, because I mean, looking back at it now, it looks like pretty cheap CGI, but before then, it was kind of CGI you hadn't seen before, especially blended with 2D animation. I mean, it worked so well in the sense of he looked outer worldly. He didn't look like he was part of this world, like he was just something of the unknown. Hell, his movements were just crazy and weird.
Oh, come on.
Another way they really took advantage of him was that they shot him from afar. Like every time he's on screen, they shoot from the same faraway angle. And that works very well because you barely can make him out. You can't get that close up to him. Like in a horror movie, if you get too close to the monster or the person wearing this, makeup like Freddy or Jason or whatnot, if you got up close and examined it, you'd think, okay, that looks fake. But with him, it's always kept from afar, so you never get a chance to really examine him. It's almost like a magician show or those magic shows where, the audience can't get that close. Otherwise, you'll see the smoke and mirrors, you'll see all the illusions, you see how they did it. So they really shot this very uniquely.
Return the slab, or suffer my curse. This night you will be visited by 3 plagues, each worse than the last. Return the slab.
Courage in its entirety, they knew what they were doing with those monsters. I mean, the scariest ones obviously had to be the ones that just were completely out of place. Like the giant white head with black eyes. That looked completely unnatural. That looked like this sure as hell does not belong in this show at all. It's freaky looking. It's weird. But damn it, that was effective. Because that's how you should scare someone, using something that looks so outer worldly. Something that just looks like it should not be in the same place as I am. And that's just effective. That's very effective. They even used it for just one small little scare with this little girl. And I gotta admit, that actually kind of fucked me up a little as a kid.
I just know something bad is going to happen. Huh?
So all in all, Courage the Cowardly Dog was definitely very unique in how it managed to scare you as a kid. I mean, they just knew how to just come up with something completely outer worldly that doesn't look like anything else. And just, they knew how to shoot it very well too, so that way you can't get too close up. And it's very effective, and That's why I really gotta say that Courage the Cowardly Dog was definitely a hidden gem. It was definitely something you could look back and think, yeah, right now it doesn't seem as scary, but back then it was definitely effective. But that's just a thought.